Bank on it. You can put 100 grand on it. Anything I said, I stamp on it. In a private plane, I lamp on it. Hi guys, my name is Metewa Khatotete. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're an old Sabi, hi, hello, welcome. Thank you for the support. If you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate your support. If you think that the videos that we are putting out would be something that you'd enjoy, please subscribe. It's absolutely for free. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, welcome to 2024. This is our first sit down video for the year, and you know what? We've made it by the grace of God. We are here. We are not taking it for granted. We are here. We made it to 2024. My video is going to be short. I just thought, let me come here and just share the reflection questions that I usually use. You can use them either at the beginning of the year or at the end of the year. I know most people have already done their reflection questions. They've already done their vision boards. But, you know, for those that have never started, for those that are thinking, what is it all about? I'm here to help you. I'm here to just streamline it for you and make it easier for you to do it. So I'm just going to share quick questions that you can jot down, and as and when you have some time alone, sit down and answer those questions honestly. Trust me, they'll help you. They've helped me. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, and they've helped me. So I hope that they're going to help you. So I've got my notebook here because I've written them down. And the first one is, what were the standout moments for you? And I love this question so much because most of the time when we do reflections, we look at the goals that we had written at the beginning of the year, whether we have achieved them or not. And reflections can be daunting because sometimes you feel like you haven't done anything with your life for the past 12 months. So if you focus, you switch your perspective and focus more on the positive things, the standout moments, the highlights, the positive things, you realize that actually there's more things to be grateful for than only focusing on the negative things. So that is question number one. Then question number two, what challenges did you overcome and what did you learn from them? Love this question as well because it teaches us accountability. It teaches us to reflect, but to also, I love that it also teaches you about yourself, that this is the kind of person that you are. This is a challenge at the beginning of the year. You probably thought that you would never have ever overcome that challenge. But here you are at the end of the year, you've overcome that challenge. And really, whether that challenge was, you know, in Shapile, the rough, or you managed to overcome it, I truly believe that every challenge has a lesson. Every challenge is a lesson from it. It's either you learn about life itself, you learn about people that are around you, on how they showed up, you learn about yourself as a person, on how you've evolved, because you need to give yourself grace. I'm sure that how you handle challenges in 2023, it's not how you would have handled challenges in 2022 or 2021. So really, it also helps you to admire the person that you've grown into and evolved to. So love that question. And then number three, what relationships made you feel more supported and loved? I can never stress this enough, that we really need to do stock taking of the people that are in our lives. It's very important that you do that exercise, whether it's on a quarterly basis or a monthly basis or even yearly. But it's very important because many people that are in our lives, they are liabilities. They take more than you receive from them. So it's very important that you do that, and you are also cognizant of the kind of relationships that you want. But also you need to look at yourself.
because sometimes we demand so much from relationships and the people that we have in our lives, but we are not looking into ourselves in a sense that, am I also, the kind of friend that I want my friend to be? And, I think personally that also released me from a lot of blaming. Sometimes you'd feel like, okay, they didn't do this, my husband did not do this, my friend, my mother, my sister did not do this, but what about you? Did you show up for them? Did you become the friend that you want them to be? Did you pray for them? Were you there when they needed you? So those are the kind of things that you need to look at. I believe that we need to also be fair when we do reflections. It's not all about blame gaming and shifting the blame to other people, but it's also about taking accountability. And once you've done that and you are sure and you're confident that, what, I've showed up, I've given all that I could at that time, it releases you from a lot of regret. Once you decide that you want to cut off that relationship, once you decide that, hold on, these people are not serving me for the season that I'm in currently, it releases you from a lot of guilt and a lot of feeling that you are a bad friend. Or even because, letting go of certain relationships doesn't mean that you will immediately walk into relationships that you want. It takes time. It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of discernment. It takes a lot of trust in God, especially if you are intentional about the relationships that you want in your life. So sometimes the letting go season might be very painful. It might be a season that you feel that maybe you have made a mistake by letting go of the friendships or the relationships that were not serving you previously. So once you have those emotions that are released in you, and you don't have any guilt, and you are clear, your conscience is clear, you are at peace, you know that even in the waiting season for the friendships and the relationships that you've prayed for, you won't feel any guilt, because you know that you've served that relationship, and it was time to let go. The fourth one is, when did you feel most content and at peace, and why? And I think it goes back to question number one on standout moments. I usually like to also align the two, tally them together, because like I said, reflections can be very difficult. We are used to being difficult at ourselves and not showing ourselves grace. So when you reflect and look at moments where you were at peace, when you were at content, and really being peace and at content doesn't mean that you have everything that you want. It doesn't mean that you have achieved everything that you wanted to achieve. Sometimes knowing that God is still at work, God, you are busy, I trust you, it might be difficult. It gives you peace, knowing that you can lean on God and you can trust Him, that even though it does not look like it's happening, you know for sure that God is at work. So peace and contentment, don't attach them to things, attach them to the emotions that you experienced at that moment. Attach it to the spirit, your spirit. Where was your spirit at that moment, and why did you feel like that? So that is a question that also needs a lot of thinking, a lot of going back, a lot of reflecting, obviously. And then the other one, what do you think you want to let go before entering the new year? When I was reflecting on this question, there were a lot of things that I wrote down that I want to let go of. Personally, I feel like there are a lot of bad habits that I've acquired throughout the years. And I'm at the point where I feel like a lot of things that I want to do and achieve, I can't do them because the habits that I've acquired, the bad habits that I've acquired, are now a hindrance to me getting onto the other side. So I'll make an example. I've acquired a habit of procrastination, and a habit of thinking that I'm not good enough at certain things, So, when they say that you can have good ideas, but if good ideas remain in here, they are just ideas because ideas need execution. So I think that is where I am. I have a lot of brilliant ideas, and I have a lot of things that God has told me to do, but I've been delaying, I've been procrastinating, I've been, telling God that it's not time, or I don't trust myself, I don't think I'll show up. But I heard something from Stephanie Ike, and she was saying that sometimes we overburden ourselves or we overwhelm ourselves by the bigger picture, the bigger vision. And what we don't know is once you take that step, when God says take the step, and once you take that step, God has already assigned people and has already called people in your life that will help you to complete um, that vision. And sometimes God is showing you the vision, but it doesn't mean that you will get there. Just like Moses, he was part of the vision, to take out the Israelites out of Egypt, but he was not going to be to end or to complete the vision. He was part of the vision to walk into the vision, but he was not going to complete the vision. And I think that released me so much, because I think sometimes when you're overwhelmed by how am I going to get there, by the final picture, you are then scared, and imposter syndrome kicks in as well, because you feel I'm not good enough. How am I going to do this? How am I going to mobilize the resources? But honestly, after doing so much reflection, I realized that actually, Mate, you're not trusting God enough. You are really not trusting God enough, because if you trusted God, you wouldn't even think about tomorrow. You would do what He is commanding you to do now. So I think that is one of the habits that I need to let go of. And I read something on Instagram. It was saying, a new year will remain any other year unless you change your habits. Loved that. A new year will remain any other year unless you change your habits. So for me, that was talking to me. I don't know what habits that you need to let go of. I don't know what things you need to let go of, relationships that you need to let go of. But really, really, we can write goals, do vision boards, reflect, do all of that. But if we are going to remain the same, trust me, there's nothing that we're going to achieve, So, yeah, for me, I think nothing has changed in terms of my goals for last year. But I think a lot of things I want to tackle them mentally, I want to tackle them spiritually, psychologically, just to track down and look at why am I behaving the way I'm behaving? Why do I have the thoughts that I have? Why am I not trusting myself enough? So I need to do a lot of digging, a lot of healing, so that I can come out of that person and do the things that God trusts me, and see myself as God sees me. And then number 6, what habits or behaviors held you back? I think I've touched on this. It's the same as number 5. What is it that you want to let go of in the new year? So for me, it's the habits, and I've already spoken about the habits that I want to let go of. Some of the habits, I'm not going to mention all of them, but some of the habits that I want to let go of. What achievements are you most proud of? Love this. Write them down, guys. It's important to celebrate yourself. The small achievements, and I don't know small according to who, because small is really, it's relative, So what is small to you might not be small to others. But whatever achievement, don't take it as a small thing, and you don't celebrate yourself. It's important that when you have achieved something, sit down, soak yourself in that moment, and celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. We are not celebrating ourselves enough, and we really need to learn to celebrate ourselves. So celebrate yourself, write those achievements down, and take time to celebrate yourself. Number 8, in what ways have you changed and grown this year? There's a saying that if you are not growing, you must be worried. It's important to grow. It's important to evolve. Otherwise, you'll remain at the same level. You'll remain where you are forever. And how you grow is determined by the things that you expose yourself to, the environments that you expose yourself to, the people that you expose yourself to, the music that you listen to, the shows, the movies that you watch rather, information that you consume. We must never be tired of learning. We must never be tired of exposing ourselves. And really, if you are comfortable where you are and you feel that you know everything, it's time to move. If the people that you have in your life, you are talking the same language, no one is above the other, no one is there to motivate you, to inspire you, to encourage you, it's time to move. There's nothing wrong with them. You can always, chill with them and whatever, but it's important that you have a circle of people that is people that are rather higher than you, people that are that have achieved more than you have. And in that, and also who pexelana, guys, because renale this thing or I oh swenka, aso swenka, really aso swenka. If people are focused on their lanes, and their lanes are saying it's time for me to grow, it's time for me to let go of certain things, so be it. If you are comfortable where you are, so be it. But as for me, I am not comfortable where I am. I want to consistently learn. I want to, to pursue things that will make me feel like I'm outside my comfort zone. There's danger with being comfortable. There's danger with being comfortable either with the job that you are at, and you feel that you've made it and you are not learning anymore. There's a problem with that. Or like I said, the people that you are surrounding yourself with, whatever that you expose yourself with, if it's not challenging you, if it's not making you to think otherwise, that maybe I need to change 1, 2, 3 in my life, then there's a problem. There's no growth. So this question, I love that it also opens up my mind in that sense to say, hold on, did I learn something in 2023? Did I register a course in 2023? Did I learn a new recipe? Did I, learn a new skill? Whatever it can be. I learned how to edit in 2023, and it was a goal that I had put down at the beginning of the year. And because of how work was stressful, how I was consistently overwhelmed, I felt I did not have the capacity to add editing on top of everything else. So I felt that at that point in time, my duty would rather be to create content and then send it to someone to edit for me. I appreciate the ladies that were editing for me. I appreciate them so much, because I did not have the capacity last year. Last year, when I got home after work, I wanted to just sleep. Weekends, I wanted to sleep. It was just a lot for me physically and mentally. It was strenuous for me. So I did not have that capacity to do that. But towards the end of the year, when we closed for holidays, I was like, you know what? Let me give it a chance. Let me watch YouTube videos. Let me see how this is done. And I started by editing on my phone. Even now, I'm editing using my phone. Even though we've got a laptop in the house, I thought, let me do it using my phone for now, so that as and when I record, I just edit, because I use my phone to record. So I learned, guys, and I'm enjoying it so much. And yes, it's not perfect. Yes, I still have to improve. But for the fact that I could take it on my list of goals of things that I wanted to learn for 2023, I felt so proud of myself that Finally, I got to do this. Finally, as and when I record things, I'm inspired to record and edit and then put it out there without any delays, because also people that edit for you, you have to have money to pay for them. So if you don't have money, you will stall sending that video so that you are able to raise money, and then they can edit and then they send back. So that's one of the skills that I learned, and I'm proud that I've learned that. I'm proud that I've grown in terms of the level of content creation from my side. So it's really up to you. What is it that you define as something that when you look at it, when you write it down, it will be, I've grown, I've changed because of 1, 2, 3. Lastly, what will you do differently this year? It's important, guys. Like I said, that quote that I was saying, if nothing changes, it's going to remain just another year. Whatever that you did in 2023 and you are repeating to do in 2024, it's going to remain just another year. And then tomorrow you come and you are bitter towards your peers, you are bitter towards your friends, you feel like they're behaving like they're better than you, or about Kosheta. It's not that, guys. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone is responsible for their own journey. Yes, they may be contributors or factors that are affecting your journey. However, you are still responsible for your own journey, not your parents, not your spouse, not your friends, not your pastor. You are responsible for your own journey. Even God moves when we move. If you don't move, you are not doing your part, God is not going to move on your behalf. God will raise people to do the things that He's calling you to do because you are sitting and you don't want to move, So it's painful to see that other things will skip your generation and skip to the next generation because you could not be the Moses of your generation. So sometimes let's learn to take accountability. Let's learn to take accountability. Let's learn to remove the self-entitlement and just reflect on what is it that I need to do differently this year. Not what my friend needs to do for me, for them to receive me like this. That you are responsible for your behavior. You are responsible for how you react to situation. You are responsible for where you are now. And you are the only one that can change where you are now. I got these questions, by the way, from Instagram, and I wrote them down, like I said, a year or 2 years ago, and I've never looked back. I use them every single year. So if you haven't done your reflections, please do your reflections. It's important. It's going to help you. Spend time with yourself. I know sometimes it's difficult for certain people to just be at their own and think, like really think. Spend time with yourself, think, reflect, go back, walk down memory lane. We don't walk down memory lane with friends only or with people and just laughing about things, but walk down memory lane alone and look at the things that you need to improve, the things that you need to work on, to work on rather. I am not saying I'm perfect. Trust me, there are a lot of things that I need to work on myself. Sitting here and making this video, it means so much to me, like it means to you. It doesn't mean that I've overcome all the things that I need to overcome. Life is a journey. Give yourself grace, but what matters is you move. Let's move. Let's just do it. Let's stand up and do it. So my theme for this year is try again. Try again. Try small. Try big. Try again. Whatever that I did not manage to achieve last year, I'm not going to just fold my vision board and say, okay, let's move, let's see what is it that we need to do this year. Some things, yes, because of the person that I am now, the person that I've grown and evolved into, I wouldn't take the other things. They don't matter to me like they did at the beginning of 2023, but other things, they still matter. Other things are things that I have a burning desire towards, so I really need to work on. So this is just an encouragement. This is just a push for you and for me to say, guys, let's do this. Let's define 2024 the way we want to define it. Like for me, like I said, it's try again, try small, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Whatever that I could not do, I'm going to do. So you can also define the way you want to define it, as long as there is movement, as long as there is something that at the end of the year you will be proud that you managed to achieve. Anyway, I've come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the reflections, please let me know which one is your favorite. In total there are 9, so let me know which one is your favorite. If you've got additional reflections that you would want to share on the comment section, please do that. Otherwise, I would really appreciate that you subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel, guys, and this year I've promised myself that I'm gonna show up as much as I can. So I know I haven't been showing up, I haven't been consistent, but this year one of the things that I want to do is to show up here on YouTube. So please subscribe. Please show your girl some love and subscribe to my channel. It's absolutely for free. I'd really, really appreciate it. And like the video and share my videos. Well, thank you so much for watching. I love you. My name is Matsitso Tete once again. I will see you on to the next one. Ciao.